Good morning and welcome to Helsinki. My name is David Moore and I'm editor of Contemporary Drug Problems. As editor of the journal and on behalf of the conference organising committee, I'm delighted to welcome you to the 4th Contemporary Drug Problems Conference. I want to say a few words about the conference before handing over to Professor Pekka Hakkarainen, who's the head of the Alcohol, Drugs and Addictions Unit at our conference partners, the National Institute for Health and Welfare. Now, some of you will remember that we held the 2013 conference also in Scandinavia, in Aarhus, Denmark. And because of the warm welcome we received there and the extremely positive feedback we received on the conference, we embraced the invitation from Pekka to once again return to Scandinavia, but this time to wonderful Helsinki. And it's a particularly exciting time to be in Finland as 2017 marks the centenary of its independence from Russia. The 4th Contemporary Drug Problems Conference in 6 years is our largest to date, so approximately 130 delegates from 21 countries. And I'm very proud of this growth because it suggests that the conference is succeeding in helping to foster and support an international community of critical drug researchers, and also that it's providing a special forum for scholars who choose to take on conceptually challenging work on drugs. So a sincere thank you to all of you for coming along and supporting the conference and for submitting the excellent work that we'll hear about over the next 3 days. And of course it's also an opportunity for us to promote the journal as an outlet for, publishing outlet for some of that work. The conference theme, Making Alcohol and Other Drug Realities, was developed from input from the conference committee, and judging by the number, breadth and quality of the submitted abstracts, it's generated a great deal of interest. And we had a record number of abstracts submitted, and this has meant expanding the conference to have an extra parallel session tomorrow. It's also allowed us to offer what we think is an exciting and diverse program, and we hope very much that you find it engaging and inspiring. The conference organising committee this year comprises Kim Bloomfield, Nancy Campbell, Suzanne Fraser, Katia, Mark Stuve, Pekka and me, reflecting the hosting institutions, Contemporary Drug Problems, the National Institute for Health and Welfare, the National Drug Research Institute, the Burnett Institute, Aarhus University and Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. And we've had terrific support from CDP editorial assistants Adrian Ferrugia and Tanoni Pim, that you would have received emails from over the course of the last few months, and also, of course, from the National Institute team here in Helsinki, and Pekka will introduce them in a few minutes. Just want to remind you of our keynote speakers, Carol Bucky today, Adam Winstock and Monica Barrett tomorrow, and Cameron Duff on Friday. And of course, they're all leaders in their respective areas. And we're really delighted that they accepted our invitation to participate in the conference. Just to note, the keynotes will be recorded and will be available later, but we won't be recording the question time, so just the actual presentation itself. You'll see in the conference program, as we've done before, Contemporary Drug Problems will publish a special issue featuring papers originally presented at the conference. So please check the program for the submission process and the deadline, and that'll be published in 2018. And of course, we encourage you to consider the journal more generally as a publishing outlet for your work. You'll also see in the conference materials in the bag there a small white box containing a flash drive, and that has an electronic version of the abstracts book that you have the printed version of as well, and it also has the forthcoming September issue of Contemporary Drug Problems there as well. So I'd like to introduce Professor Pekka Hakkarainen, who, as I said, is the head of the Alcohol, Drugs and Addictions Unit at the National Institute for Health and Welfare. Please welcome Pekka.
Good morning, dear friends and colleagues. On behalf of the local organising team, I would like to wish you warmly welcome to Helsinki and the 4th CDP conference. We began the arrangements 1.5 years ago, and today it feels so good that we are now in the situation to open the conference and get it running. It's great to see you all here, And when looking at the program and the abstracts, I'm sure that we will have really enjoyable and inspiring days in front of us. I would like to say a few words about us. The proposal to arrange the conference in Helsinki was made by our research project Making Sense of Polydrug Use, Prevalence, Use Patterns and Harms, funded by the Academy of Finland. So that has also helped financing the conference. The home base of the project is in the Alcohol, Drugs and Addictions Unit at the National Institute of Health and Welfare, DHL, which defines itself as a Finnish expert agency that provides reliable information on health and welfare for decision-making and activities in the field. The total number of staff is 969 at the moment, and altogether 6% of them have research qualifications. The Alcohol, Drugs and Addictions Unit has expertise in alcohol, drug, tobacco and gambling issues, and also the research and development of substance abuse prevention and service systems. Altogether 35-40 people are working in the unit. We all, the project, the unit and the institute, are very pleased to be involved in the arrangements of this biannual conference that we see as one of the best and especially theoretically and scientifically most ambitious in the field. And as a good warm-up, yesterday we had a successful workshop on the issues of polydrug use. As David mentioned, in Finland we are celebrating our 100 years anniversary of independence this year. Because of this, we also wanted a place with a history as our conference venue. And this Paasitorni venue really has it. Finland became independent in 1917, but Paasitorni was already built before that in the beginning of the century and opened for the public in 1908. As shown in the video that is displayed on the conference internet site, Paasitorni was built by voluntary work of the labor movement, and it served as Helsinki as a workers' house. The massive Art Nouveau building was a visible landmark of the formative years of the constitution and development of the civil society in Finland. A multifunctional building with its halls, meeting rooms, bars, restaurants and training venues has been a popular place for different kinds of activities like recreation after work, going out with friends, dining, music entertainment, political debating and training of boxing, which is also marked in the front of the building where is the statue of boxing there. It has also been a popular meeting venue for different kinds of NGOs. For example, NGOs working with alcohol and drug problems. During the years, an uncountable number of national and international meetings and conferences have been arranged in Paasitorni. Describing the change in the city, we are showing this historical flow in time when the traditional working class area has evolved as a hipster district. But that kind of change is known in many other cities, I think, in the world. Finally, before giving the floor back to David, I would like to present our local team. There's Kati somewhere over there. You must have been in contact with her. And Jenny, there. Carolina. Kristiina. Akseli, taking photos. Aleksi, responsible for videotaping. Petteri and Toffi. We are wearing the green band, so you can recognize us easier. And please do not hesitate to contact us in any practical issues, local knowledge or whatever. So, on my behalf, enjoy the conference.
So just a few housekeeping matters before we get going on the first keynote session. So the morning and afternoon teas will be in the foyer area that you came through to reach this room. Lunch will be in the restaurant that's just off to the left, on this floor as well, just to the left of the front of this room. Presentation rooms, Tivoli is out and left and up the stairs and at the top of the stairs on your left, so sort of up and behind me here. And Tarja Halonen and Harl Lindhal are on the next floor up. So you go out, up the stairs and up to the next floor. The social program, the details and the maps of how to get to these venues are in your conference materials. So tonight, the welcome reception from 5:30 till 7 at the restaurant Waiski. It's a riverboat, I suppose you might call it, that's just a very short walk away, about 8 or 9 minutes away. So please wear or bring your name badges. And the conference dinner tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at restaurant Luista, how you say it, in the city centre, so please bring your tickets for that. As Pekka's alluded to, Akseli is moving around taking photographs in the social events, in some of the sessions, the keynotes, so if you would prefer not to be photographed, please let him know. You should be able to see the Passatorni Wi-Fi network on your devices, and I've been told there's no password for that, so you'll be able to access that. If you're a Twitter user, please follow the journal and please use the hashtag CDP Helsinki in your tweets, and please feel free to tweet about the conference. 2 late changes to the program from the version that's there in the printed book. John Cunningham has had to withdraw from the mapping session. That's on Thursday morning from 9 till 11 in the Tivoli room. So John Cunningham is out of that session. And Catherine Hess had to withdraw from the multiplicity and divergence session, which is at 2 to 3:30, also tomorrow and also in Tivoli. Just a reminder to speakers to go and load your presentations on the computers in the presentation rooms well before your session, especially the speakers who are speaking after the morning tea this morning. And please arrive early to ensure the sessions begin on time. There's also printing available here at the venue for those of you who need to print your papers. There is a small cost attached, but that facility is available. The session chairs you'll find in each of the rooms, there are time signs just to help you inform and guide the speakers through their presentations. And also in the conference materials there's an evaluation form. So I encourage you towards the end of the conference to fill that out. It's very helpful for us in terms of future planning for other conferences. So please take the time to tell us what you think about the conference. I think that's everything in terms of housekeeping matters. I'll now turn you over to the chair for the first keynote session and one of the conference organisers, Suzanne Fraser.